The Korean Peninsula, a land with a rich history and unique culture, was tragically divided in 1945. This division marked the beginning of a geopolitical struggle that would shape the destiny of the Korean people for decades to come. After World War II, Korea, previously under Japanese rule, became a focal point in the emerging Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union, victorious allies but with vastly different ideologies, found themselves with a shared border at the 38th parallel in Korea. This arbitrary line, drawn with little regard for Korea's history or the desires of its people, became a stark symbol of the emerging global order. The Korean Peninsula, once unified for centuries, was now cleaved in two. The seeds of division were sown, setting the stage for decades of political tension, military conflict, and the enduring separation of families and lovedes. The hope for a unified Korea, once a shared dream, seemed increasingly distant as the reality of the division settled in. The division of Korea at the 38th parallel was not merely a geographical demarcation. It represented a deeper ideological schism. The Soviet Union, in control of the North, established a communist regime under the leadership of Kim Il-sung. Kim, a seasoned guerrilla fighter with a strong grip on power, quickly consolidated his authority, shaping North Korea into a totalitarian state. The United States, on the other hand, backed a pro-Western government in the South led by Syngman Rhee. Rhee, an authoritarian figure himself, suppressed political opposition while promoting capitalist ideals. The two Koreas, born out of the ashes of World War II and nurtured by competing superpowers, stood as stark reminders of the global ideological divide. The North, with its centrally planned economy and cult of personality, contrasted sharply with the South, which, despite its own authoritarian tendencies, embarked on a path of economic development and integration with the West. The formal establishment of North and South Korea as separate entities solidified the division of the peninsula. On September 9, 1948, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK, was proclaimed in the North, with Kim Il-sung as its premier. Just a few weeks earlier, on August 15, 1948, the Republic of Korea, ROK, was established in the South, with Syngman Rhee as its president. These events, occurring within a month of each other, marked a pivotal moment in Korean history, cementing the division of the peninsula into two ideologically opposed states. The international community, polarized by the Cold War, quickly chose sides. The Soviet Union and its allies recognized the DPRK, while the United States and its allies recognized the ROK. The Korean Peninsula, once a unified entity, became a battleground for influence between the two superpowers, its future intertwined with the global struggle between communism and capitalism. The Korean War, a peninsula engulfed in conflict. On June 25, 1950, North Korean forces, backed by the Soviet Union and China, launched a surprise attack. This marked the beginning of the Korean War. The conflict resulted in millions of casualties. The United States intervened on behalf of South Korea. The war raged on for 3 years, ending in a bloody stalemate. It escalated Cold War tensions globally. Section 5. The Armistice. An unsettled peace and continued division. After 3 years of devastating warfare, an armistice agreement was finally signed on July 27, 1953, halting the fighting on the Korean Peninsula. The armistice, however, did not mark the end of the Korean War. It merely brought about a cessation of hostilities. A peace treaty was never signed, leaving the two Koreas technically still at war. The Armistice Agreement established a demilitarized zone, DMZ, along the 38th parallel, a buffer zone separating the two Koreas. The DMZ, heavily fortified and patrolled by both sides, stands as a stark reminder of the unresolved conflict and the enduring division of the peninsula. Despite the armistice, tensions between the two Koreas have persisted over the decades, marked by periods of military buildup, propaganda campaigns, and occasional skirmishes along the DMZ. The Korean War, though officially over, continues to cast a long shadow over the peninsula, a poignant reminder of the human cost of division and the enduring legacy of the Cold War. The two Koreas. Today, a legacy of separation. The division of Korea continues to shape the lives of millions today. Once unified, the two Koreas have evolved along radically different paths. North Korea remains isolated and impoverished under a totalitarian regime. South Korea has become a vibrant democracy and global economic powerhouse. The division serves as a reminder of the human cost of political divisions. The hope for reunification has gained momentum, fueled by a shared desire for peace.